Hello. Is this working?
Hi.
It's working. Awesome. Um, Hi kids, or anyone who's on the other side. Um, I I've been mentally dealing with quite a bit. I've been, I guess you could say, going through it, if you will. Um, Breaking things off with Hannah is a lot heavier on my shoulders than I thought it would be, and I'm learning a lot about myself once more. Um, and I didn't realize how much of an importance I put on a single person and how heavy the burden I gave them. 1 second, let me take my rings off. I, I context in my childhood, I was raised very unstably, and I was always looking for reassurance that I was loved and that I was seen, cared for, and I fought with myself throughout my entire childhood um, about if I was the problem or if I wasn't. As a child, you can't really see past your vicinity. You can't see what's beyond your your view. So, if my parents were fighting and I was there, for example, I would think it was my fault, right? Because I didn't know anything about economy, taxes, other relationships, stuff like that, right? Anyway, you'll learn about that when you're older. Um, but I didn't realize how much of an importance I placed on it, and I realized that within my relationships as in all of my past relationships, I put such an importance on that one person because for what felt like it felt like they were my only form of stability. A relationship gave me at least gave like the title of being in a relationship itself gave me a stability that I was loved, seen, cared for, and I didn't have to question that because we had that title of a relationship, right? And I put so much importance on just the title of a relationship that I didn't think about much else, and that's why I rushed into relationships. Um, and anytime I wasn't in a relationship, I would feel so desolate and empty and lonely as if no one cared or loved me. And I guess I kind of like, when it comes to love, I'm still learning. And especially with friendships, I'm very new to friendships. And I was feeling this way earlier today, like 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago. And I realized that my friends love me. And I don't need a relationship to give me that reassurance. I can feel loved and seen without being in a relationship. I I put so much importance and emphasis on a relationship because it gave me that surety, because that's what a relationship is about, right? So just being in one gave me the surety, and I never noticed until now how disconnected I was from everyone else. Because when I'm in a relationship, my whole world revolves around them, which isn't good, not at all. And I'm realizing now how little I deemed the care that I had for myself and for my friends. Just because they didn't text me constantly or they're not always there doesn't mean that they don't love me. And I'm it's kind of sad to think that I I've suffered decades, 2 decades worth of loneliness and dissonance with the people that I love because I couldn't feel loved by them. And I couldn't feel loved by them because I didn't realize what love meant to me back then. It's like I was always fighting for stability. I always wanted, like, I was always fighting for reassurance that, hey, am I loved to, like, my parents in my childhood, especially with my mother. I never knew if I was loved. I never felt loved from my mother. Well, not never. I rarely felt loved with my mother. And being in a relationship kind of negated that feeling because that's what a relationship should be built up out of, right? Out of love. But not only was I not able to connect with people for so long because of this, but I also rushed into relationships and stayed with people who I didn't actually love and who were harmful to me because of that. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that I perceive things this way. I mean, yeah, partially it's my responsibility, but it's not my fault that my childhood was so twisted and that the love that I was given was unstable and impure. That's not my fault at all. It's not my fault, and that's a good thing. Because for decades, for years, I was blaming myself. For years, I was beating myself up over why I am the way I am and why I love the way I love. and how I have to limit myself, and how I'm still learning how to love, and I'm still learning how to live. And I couldn't have a normal childhood because I was trying to figure out if my parents actually loved me. I couldn't connect with anyone. I couldn't make friends. I I couldn't make friends because I didn't know what a connection was. Because I never knew what a assuring connection was like. And for the longest time, I thought I was the problem. I mean, to some degree, yeah, but I thought it was my fault that, like, either I was off-putting, or my interests were, like, not the same, or something I did that put people off, but it's not my fault. I just couldn't recognize it. I couldn't recognize it, and I couldn't see it for what it was. And I had so many good things. I had so many good things, and I couldn't see them. I couldn't. It's not my fault that I didn't have a proper childhood, or that I didn't have a stable childhood or a loving childhood. Sure, it made me who I am, and it formed me, and what I became are my thoughts off of, and my perspective off of what happened. But what happened wasn't my fault, and that's okay. You guys are probably like wondering why I'm saying it's not my fault so many times. Like, honestly, because for so long, oh dear, for so long, I've been fighting with myself. I've been telling myself I'm the problem. I've been wondering why I couldn't feel or be loved. I've been putting others first ahead of me to make sure that I appease them, but I realize now that was not necessary. I didn't have to do jack shit. The way others feel about me does not define me. The way others feel about me does not define me. And I don't need a label. I don't need I don't need one singular person to assure me that I am loved, or to put everything on, as I've been doing for the past 2 decades. I don't need I don't need a relationship. I know that I am loved. I have friends. I friends. I have family who I could call at any point in time, and they would pick up, literally, and they will sit with me when I don't know what I'm feeling. They will go out at 3 a.m. with me to do stupid ass shit when I'm overwhelmed or when I need some air. And they will complain with me about life. And they'll drink with me, they'll smoke with me, they'll write with me, they'll do what friends do. I have people who love me. I have people who love me for me, not for what I do, not for what I give them, but for being me. I've been feeling so lonely and desolate without the relationship, like without Hannah in the picture. And I I needed that. I needed no, I needed the breakup because I wasn't gonna figure this out without it. Oh my god. One, my childhood isn't my fault. Whatever happened there, I did the best I could with the knowledge I had back then. And I came out pretty awesome. And two, yeah, I missed out on some really great things in the past. But I have some really great things now too. And I think I should focus on that more. And three, the family that I have, the people who love me, I know that come hell or high water, they'll stick with me. So I'm I'm okay. I don't need to feel lonely. I mean, yeah, sure, loneliness is a natural feeling, but I don't need to feel like the world is ending when I don't have someone to talk to all the time. I could literally go outside and talk to just a random stranger for the day. But I know that they'll be here for me regardless. And to my future kids, I hope that they'll be there for you too. Because if I'm still alive, your aunts are gonna be some sick ass people. Yeah, yeah. I'm I'm okay. And I'm gonna be okay. I'm I'm gonna be really solid. Yeah. Alright. I just kind of had to let that out. I really had to let that out. Well, to anyone who is going to be watching this, I hope that you, I don't know, learn from what I'm experiencing through life. And if or when I have kids, And if I'm still alive, then I hope these videos will be of service to you when I'm upset with you, or you don't feel comfortable enough talking to me about it. So yeah. Um, for whoever your other parent is going to be, we're gonna have to see, because unfortunately, it's not Hannah. And a part of me really hoped it would be. Really hoped it would be, but I also, I don't, I don't want to be in a relationship where I feel like I can't be myself, and I still have a lot to learn. And what I'm learning are steps ahead of hers, which isn't to say it's not possible, but it's not where I wanted to go. So yeah, that's that.